The menstrual cycle has 4 main stages. As each stage progresses, the cycle goes around and eventually loops back to the beginning to start all over again. The reason that the body undergoes this menstrual cycle is to prepare the uterus in case a pregnancy occurs. So what exactly is happening at each of these stages? Let's take a look. The first stage of the menstrual cycle is menstruation. Menstruation is also commonly known as having a period. Menstruation is when the menstrual fluid leaves the uterus. The menstrual fluid is the broken down uterine lining consisting of blood as well as a mix of other fluids and cells, including an unfertilized egg cell which has been broken down. On average, menstruation lasts around 2 to 5 days, producing an average of 4 tablespoons of blood. These numbers can vary a lot from person to person. So what happens after the period? The second stage of the menstrual cycle is when the egg matures. You can see the mature egg on this diagram inside the ovary. This is also when the uterus lining thickens. What happens next? The third stage of the menstrual cycle is ovulation. Ovulation is when the egg is released from the ovary. So the egg moves out of the ovary and makes its way to the uterus. If a sperm cell fertilizes the egg, the fertilized egg will then travel into the uterus and implant into the lining. If this happens, then the menstrual cycle stops because pregnancy starts. However, if the egg is not fertilized, it still travels to the uterus, but it doesn't implant, it breaks down. As a result of it breaking down, the cycle continues. What's the fourth stage of the menstrual cycle? In the fourth stage of the menstrual cycle, the uterine lining continues to thicken until it finally breaks down. So the lining continues to thicken, and this is in case the egg was fertilized in the previous stage and needs to implant inside the lining. Once the body detects that there is not a fertilized egg, then the uterine lining becomes menstrual fluid, ready to be released. When the cycle is complete, the menstrual cycle starts again on day 1. Remember that day 1 is at the beginning of the cycle when menstruation happens, or having the period. This funny-looking graph is often used to represent the menstrual cycle. This graph shows the thickness of the uterine lining over time. So over here, from day 1 up to around day 7, you can see that the lining is getting thinner. This is when menstruation is happening. After menstruation, so from day 7 onwards, the lining thickens again. Around day 14 is when the egg is released, when the lining is thick. The lining thickness is then maintained until around this point, after which the lining breaks down again. So day 28 is also day 1 because remember, the cycle repeats. So at the end of the cycle, it begins again with menstruation. We count day 1 at menstruation because it's the easiest stage to identify in the cycle.
Thanks for watching. If you want to take your GCSE revision to the next level, head over to launchpadlearning.com and check out our smart learning platform that's been designed to get you top results in your exams. We cover your whole specification and make revision fun with interactive quizzes, easy to follow videos and more. You'll be kept motivated by your own AI tutor who's here to support you every step of the way. To check it out for yourself, click here. Or click here to keep watching a selection of the videos from our full GCSE Biology course. See you there!